Roger, check your 6. Copy.
From the classic era to modern planes, there have been a consistency in growth, giving us more to experience and discover. Let's find out on what's new this week, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we certainly hope you've been great so far. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first visit, we cover the latest and the pulse of what's happening at Microsoft Flight Simulator. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for future releases. By the way, a hotfix is planned to be released tomorrow. We're going to give you all the details as soon as we hear from the team. Over the last few months, we've seen plenty of updates and progress going on towards the sim. The core of the sim have been seeing progress with the studios of Asobo who've been working towards the next quarter. The team have given us quite some insight on what to expect during the Q&A sessions, which are held on a monthly basis that gives us a clear picture on the progress of the sim. Sim Update 6 and 7 are the next items to be taken care of within the end of this year. We ought to wonder what can be addressed on World Update 7. World Update 6 wasn't an easy task for the team. While the updates might look easier on the outside, there are a lot of hurdles the team have to go through under licensing in order to get accurate DEM data plus aerial imagery and other areas, making sure that the data can be as accurate as possible, and with the help of local governments and resources, this can be made possible. Towards the latest update, the Swiss government did a great job, while at Austria, most of the state governments were ready to agree on giving the rights to imagery, except for a couple which the team had to go through another process to get this done to be complete. Licensing can't be an easy task due to the linkage with governments and geographical institutes. We hope to see what else can be in store for the next World Update, which is yet to be determined on the location from the team. The marketplace, which has been the nest for third-party folks, have seen growth again this week. Over the past few weeks, there have been more interest geared towards the classic era. We've had a few classics so far come into play from different studios, right from the Durand AR-1 Spitfire to the P-40B Tomahawk. This week has been a busy one for Flying Iron Simulations with their P-38 Lockheed Lightning. The American single-seated piston engine fighter had its glory days during the Second World War. This has been their second installment after the Spitfire, which has gained some spotlight this week right after its release. Every product has gone through more levels of testing, and with intense competition going on with 1300 products today, the final product is mostly better than expected. The outcome of today's competition is that most of the add-ons can have greater quality. Under the same lines of classic comes another Spitfire to the sim. This time it's from the studios of Aeroplane Heaven. Another World War II classic which has been a highly detailed rendition of the plane. The team like to bring good amount of features from great exteriors and interior modeling to a detailed authentic cockpit that can include animations and functions. With the use of a beautifully crafted Merlin 2 sound set and flight dynamics, this can be an eye-catcher. Comes with 8 liveries, this can be an interesting aircraft. Speaking towards ground level, we have MK Studios with their plans towards the Porto Airport, which is the LPPR in short. The team have had plans ever since late last year to address 12 new airports with an involvement of Prepare 3D's projects as well. We've experienced the Dublin Airport from the team, which has been one of a common stopover for us, and looking at the pattern over the months, slowly developers have been focusing at Microsoft Flight Simulator, moving away from other platforms, which certainly gives us the idea on how our sim would be in the future. Towards another airport, it appears that both Australia and New Zealand have been seeing airports being released over the past few weeks. We have had AU Scene last week with their Ballina Byron International Airport, Orbix came out with their Brisbane River Run, and now it's time for Any Scene, who announced their plans at Queenstown. This is New Zealand by the way, and with Orbix's involvement with the New Zealand mesh, this can go quite well. NZQN in short, the Queenstown Airport should come with quite some features as the production has been from scratch with attention to detail in and around the airport. From custom ground markings that are plenty, bus stops, cargo containers, static vehicles, custom vegetation, they've all been designed to meet the local standards and more. The team boasts of having a 1 meter DEM data spread across the entire airport, which can be accurate. Additionally, satellite imagery that has been seamlessly blended with it. Towards an action-packed add-on with the mention of Orbix's Brisbane River Run, go ahead and get this free add-on, which has been produced by the team of Orbix to give us an experience of what to expect towards an area of more activity. A very FPS-friendly add-on that doesn't hamper the performance, an easy download. You'll find the link to this at the description below. Towards the area of development, there is plenty going on. The team have been working towards the next plans of Sim Update 6, and this is to be released by the end of next month with a lot of improvements. Now, Sim updates would be less frequent and important ones as they address a major core part of the sim. On the other hand, world updates are different. There's more focus on regional updates, plus we do experience some updates to the sim. However, the main focus on sim updates would be based on performance, flight dynamics, avionics, systems and more, trying to improve the experience of the sim. Before we go to the freebies section and the community events, a shout out to a few members of our own group. Your support has been great and immense. 4sec Shark Mister, Robert Hatcher, Martin Cooper, Thomas Furholter and Free Flyer NW. Towards the section of community events, Switzerland it is this time from our beloved gang, the Aussie Group Flights team. A very well organized effort and an event by this gang. Pretty much every week they have something new to explore. Charlie Fox 27632, big thanks to this mate to bring the inspiration to the event. Now this could be the ideal one to explore. World Update 6 generously covered these areas. A lot of scenic views over these areas. The plan is to fly from Sion with many touch and goes with a final stop at France. Don't miss this, and with a link that can be found in the description below, you can find the flight plan, server details including the Discord server, the settings associated and more. It's time for the freebies. The Canadian Rocky Mountains and British Columbia are great places to see, with the highest peaks to the largest glaciers covering almost 1500 nautical miles. It's nice to have flight plans for free at the sim. What's more exciting is the learning process about history, background, people, art and more. And I believe that's the whole idea of flight simulation, discovering and knowing more on a daily basis. This add-on was released just yesterday, a good way to explore more areas of the sim, a different type of add-on rather, an interesting one. Thanks to the developer Pambawoo03 who took care of this. An easy download. I'll include the link in the description below for you to take a look. Thanks again to the developer for this free add-on. We certainly hope you like this video. There's so much more to explore in the world of flight simulation. Do make sure to hit that subscribe button to get notified about tomorrow's patch. We're gonna update you as soon as possible. Until next time, take care and happy flying, folks.
Sipping caramel lattes and the sweetest little guy.